From Toyota Center, I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bulls guard Jay Williams. And Jay, yes, we are ready for takeoff.
And Ed, the Rockets are flying high. They keep feeding the beard or feeding the streets. Either way, this is a lethal backcourt.
It's been a launching pad for threes and so much more. Let's get ready for the tip. Clippers have got it. Paul George to Beverly. Knocked loose. That one out of bounds off a rocket, so it'll stay with the LA Clippers. Knocks it down from mid-range. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Add 2 points to the board.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
George, textbook defense. To P.J. Tucker. Ah, the monster stuff.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
George against Tucker. Paul George, 2 for 3 now here in the first.
There's no stopping that. You either got to double or deny him the ball from the jump.
Goes to the right side. Westbrook buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
To Harden. Working the outside to P.J. Tucker for 3. Oh, who saw that coming?
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
To Leonard. Kawhi Leonard missed his first. That one goes.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Here's a chance from long range. His first effort off the mark. George, tough shot. He hits.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that 3 despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
He can't get past the defender. Not that time. And the rebound taken by the Clippers. A bad pass as the Rockets come away with it. 4-3. He made his first effort, but not that time. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Zubats. Capella's on him. To Beverly. A pass taken away by the Rockets. Tucker to Westbrook. Tucker against Paul George. Clippers have the basketball. Strong finish for Paul George.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back. Everybody communicated. Everybody pointed. It was just better offense than there was defense.
Westbrook. To Beverly. Not that time. Slams it home on the putback.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Westbrook with the basketball. Down 5. Russell Westbrook powers it through.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
Williams across the timeline. He'll run the offense. Easy path to the rim.
You see, Ed, skill levels at this game are at an all-time high. Inside-out threats are tough. You got to make it hard for him to actually catch the ball in those higher percentage areas.
Westbrook, deep right corner. From long range, and drills it. Jay, spacing can be a beautiful thing.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing, Ed.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1. That's the first foul.
George. Message received. Well defended. To Fareed. The pass set it all up.
Tie ball game so far. Neither one of these teams really able to pull ahead. Might be time to put the bench players in the game, and let's see who could differentiate themselves.
Count it.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
I got him. I got ball. I got ball.
Beyond the arc for 3, and he hits.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Beverly into the front court. Shot clock off as they look for a go-ahead bucket. Down a point.
Stop ball. I got ball. That's me.
Going to launch beyond the arc.
3 points. The assist from number 35, Kenneth Fareed.
So the Rockets with the lead after 1 at Toyota Center. Jay and I return to Houston after this. It's the NBA, and it's on EA. On to the second quarter. Jay, I don't know if we're going to see quite that level of offensive production that we saw to start this one.
Both teams are on fire, but speaking of competitive juices, one of the beautiful things that we heard during the timeout, in a team huddle, you heard multiple voices that weren't the coach saying how much more they needed to fight in order to win this game. Oh, trust me, the intensity level is going to pick up a couple of notches.
Here's a steal. Dangerous pass.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
To P.J. Tucker. Harden. Tough shot. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Harden with it up top. Looking to make something happen. To Paul George. And look out. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
James Harden. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To P.J. Tucker. Harden. And he'll go to the foul line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
First one goes down.
Substitutions, Houston. Entering the game for
2 for 2 on that trip. Fakes, drives to the rim, and scores.
One of the best in the biz right there. Maybe the best.
Leonard to George. Oh, emphatic slam.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
To Leonard. Trying to cash in. Kawhi Leonard. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
Here's a tip for your defense. You can't give him that much space. You have to push up into his personal space and make him play the majority of the possessions with his back to the basket. Because if you allow him to open up, there's no stopping him.
P.J. Tucker rejects it. Kawhi Leonard against Gordon. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And the rebound corralled by Westbrook. To P.J. Tucker. Down low, it's Harden. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And Ed, here's my offensive theory. More touches, more points. This is a fast-paced league. Either the coaches adapt or you'll be left behind.
Here's Leonard for two. Kawhi Leonard. He's now 4 for 6.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Harden. Westbrook. Lets it fly from long range. And James Harden, well defended, still gets it to go down. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Russell Westbrook rocking the rim. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Paul George, 4-2, and buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Westbrook. Kawhi Leonard with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Rockets have it. He throws it down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Leonard still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good. George, where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
To Westbrook. Nothing going here on that drive. To Harden. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim.
Old school equals high percentage.
Knocked loose. Kawhi Leonard against Westbrook. Deep three at the buzzer. We've reached halftime in a 2-point game. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen. Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. George buries it.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested 3 goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
Harden in possession. The deficit now up to 5. Slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Tucker. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make two bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Fires the three, yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
George, picked up by Westbrook. Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Oh, emphatic slam.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Number 2, Kawhi Leonard.
Russ at the controls.
I got him. Let's get Allen.
Throws it down.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Leonard to Paul George. Knocked loose. Rockets have the steal. James Harden. With that, he's 5 for 9.
So many times you can tell if a player's going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was the look of a three-point play. You always going in think you can get more at the rim.
And the slam.
Yeah, I've been in this situation before. Just raise your hand. We got to switch.
Westbrook. They get it down to Harden. To Capella. Working it outside. Fires the three. Can't connect. Capella to Westbrook. Clippers have it. Leonard. He is yet to hit one tonight. No good. To Capella. Can't miss those. Beverly into the front court. Up 6. To Leonard. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Kawhi Leonard cashes in. Someone has to get into a zip code.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Westbrook to Fareed. Sacrificing everything for the loose ball. That's off of Leonard, out of bounds. Fareed. Scores from the post.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
To George.
Cutter.
Has a look. Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Beverly into the front court. Less than a minute to go in this third quarter. Trying for a 40-point night, but it's off the mark. To Beverly. Here's Leonard for 2. Deep 2 there, won't go.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Here comes the screen. Harden to Fareed. Kenneth Faried powers it down. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first three have lived up to the billing.
And Lou Williams, he doesn't miss many of those. A wide open look for three.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
That misses with 2 seconds to go. That ends the third quarter. The Clippers have the lead. It'll be Rockets basketball here as we start the fourth quarter. They trail to this point, but you'd have to say this one's up for grabs.
And the new style we play with in this league, all it takes is 3 quick threes, and you're right back in the ballgame.
Harden. To Capella. And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
All right, that was a little bit of a gamble there, but not a terrible move sending him to the free throw line.
Knocks down the first. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Leonard to Paul George for three, and Paul George good on the quick release there.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to your stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Here's a chance from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter.
And I've been seeing a lot of barking back and forth between the players and the fans. I actually like that. I think that gets the players more engaged in the game, in particular sometimes when the game seems like it's dead air.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Austin Rivers. Clippers have got it.
Don't play scared now. Let's push the ball. Let's get this lead up.
And stuffs it home.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
It's LA Clippers ball to George. Strong finish for Paul George.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. That's what you like to see. Austin Rivers, tough shot from downtown. Knocked loose. Rockets come up with it. To Rivers. Nene with the dunk.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
The assist from number 25, Austin Rivers.
To Paul George. Connect. Now the Rockets will use a timeout. That's their first. Leaves them with 1 remaining the rest of the way.
I think everyone in this building knows it's going to come down to the last 2 minutes. This game is going to be won with who decides to really show up on the defensive end of the ball.
Mike D'Antoni going to make some moves and set his matchups. Westbrook across the timeline. His guy's down 3. Turns and slams it down.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs to guard on the next play down the court.
Gordon with it. His guys now trailing by a point. To Capella. Westbrook. Harden. Shakes free and hits.
Defense, do the math. You force him to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
They love this hustle. The follow won't go either. Kawhi Leonard here against P.J. Tucker. Driving right to the basket. Flushes it home.
This is not the time to have a mental lapse.
Westbrook into the front court. All even here in the 4th. Slam dunk, Russell Westbrook.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
Offensive rebound. Leonard. Now that's a contest. To Harden. Deep right corner. Westbrook. It's George with the rebound. Leonard. Knocked loose. Now a steal as the Rockets have it.
From a guy who's been there before, tomorrow morning you'll wake up and you would have wished this was a bad dream. But in reality, all you can do is knock the cobwebs off and let it fuel you for tomorrow.
How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show because that's what you're watching right now.
Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
Turnovers like that at this point of the game are daggers. You can't afford to have empty possessions in the final 2 minutes.
That's off of Leonard, out of bounds. It's in the hands of James Harden. And he buries it.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Now the Clippers call a timeout. It's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with one more chance to stop the clock before the buzzer sounds.
Even better, 3 lucky fans move to the roster that's been signed by the entire team. Show early.
Leonard. He was 0 for 6 to start. Let's see if that 3 turns things around.
Well, there's this old saying, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. This is why you've been practicing in the offseason so hard. You never let one miss deter you from taking the next.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston. They trail by 1. Who's it going to be as they get ready for the final shot? That misses with a second to go. It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they just squeak this one out by a point. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen.